Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about Google Ads for local businesses. We're going to talk about the best setup, the things to avoid, and tracking your results. So first off, we recommend starting with Google Search Ads. This is typically the best option if you're running Google Ads for local businesses because of how much control it has. So you can pick which keywords you want to show for, and of course, which keywords you don't want to show for. You can even block them if you're a very specific type of business. And you don't want to crisscross and show on Google for the wrong type of keywords, you can actually put in, they're called negative keywords. You'll block that out. You can highlight the benefits of your business, everything you offer, any promotions. Of course, physical location can show, or they can have a click to call button, or restaurants, you can go to your menu, different things like that, or services, prices, promos. There's so many options to put, and the ads that really help local businesses that are running Google Ads. Also, you have the option to target specific locations. This is critical. You can do a city, a county, a state, or even a radius. If you want to do a 2-mile radius, a 5-mile, a 10-mile, 50-mile, whatever it is, a radius of your physical location, because you know how far people travel if you're a cafe or a restaurant or a doctor's office or a gym, whatever it is, you know generally how far people will travel, so you don't want to show to people outside of that specific location. Now you can do this with smart campaigns. You probably recognize that type. It's the type that pops up. It's very simple. You pick keyword themes, you write an ad, and it's pretty much done. There's not a whole lot of other options in there. These are okay if you have a very small budget, $5 to $10 a day. You don't want all the complications and all the different buttons and options that standard campaigns have. This will show you, it does show you on Google Maps, it does show you for keywords, but you don't have nearly as much control as picking all the different keywords and blocking keywords, testing a bunch of different ads. Smart campaigns, that campaign type is an extremely basic account. If you're going to do more than $5 or $10, or you want more control over your campaign and what it shows for and what it doesn't, you'll want to switch to it's a Google search campaign. Also, with local campaigns or any campaign type, you can track everything. So this is a huge advantage too. You can track how many people clicked on your ad and then came to your store or called you or booked an appointment or purchased something if they're able to buy something online and then pick it up in the store, or book an appointment or consultation or anything like that. You can track all that from your website and connect it to your ads. This way you know if the ads are profitable, if they're producing anything at all. You don't have to go blind with Google and just tell how many clicks it's getting. You can actually track everything that's coming from your ads, even if people clicked the ad to call you or contact you or book an appointment right there from the ad, or clicked on get directions, for example, if you want people to come to your location. So if you're finding this content useful, go ahead and like and subscribe to get more great content like this. Or if you decided you don't really want to learn how to do this yourself anymore, click on the description link below. We'll run everything for you. We'll even do a free audit, free consultation, so you can see exactly what we would do if we took over management of your account. That way you can focus on running your business rather than learning how to run ads all day. So things to avoid and things you want to make sure you're doing to make sure it's profitable and not wasting money. You want to block keywords that just don't make any sense. So if they're typing, a certain location or zip code or city or street or suburb that's not relevant to you, maybe that's a location that's too far away, or there's a competitor with a similar name and you don't want to show for them or get calls for people thinking you're them and you're not, you can block those keywords. Also, you want to make sure you qualify people with your ad copy. What type of service do you provide, or what type of options do you have, or pricing, or who do you service, or is it family friendly? Is it for kids? Is it not for kids? It's for adults. It's 18 and up or 21 and up, or adults or different types of services and treatments and programs. It depends on what it's for. So you want to make sure you have that and qualify them with your ad copy, so it's very clear what type of service or physical location or restaurant or fitness or chiropractor, doctor, holistic medicine, kind of whatever you are, you specify that in the ad copy, so you're not wasting any money on people that aren't a good fit for your local business running Google Ads. And of course, as I mentioned before, you can block the wrong keywords. You check the search terms report to make sure that's in there. We do that for our clients. Everyone should do it, whether it's your agency managing it, a freelancer, or you're running it yourself. Check the search terms. This shows what people actually typed and where the clicks are coming from, so you can block keywords. They're called negative keywords. You'll block them to make sure you don't waste any more money on those keywords. Also, make sure you select your target area correctly. Google defaults to people interested in the location. That really only works for hotel and travel and different things like that. You want to select people in your location, so you don't show outside of a radius, for example. You can do 5 miles around you, and you don't want to show anywhere else. You have to change the default setting for your location targeting. Also, just quick note, Google suggestions that pop up inside the account and Google reps when they call, they generally have the same script. They want you to auto-apply recommendations, which will add keywords and ads that you didn't write and you didn't select. It's really a terrible feature. Don't do it. Optimization score goes up if you spend more money. I don't even know why it's in there. It's kind of a worthless metric. And Google reps, I mean, their interest is to get you to spend as much money as possible. Yours is to get the best result and spend the smallest amount of money possible to do that. So when Google suggests something or a Google rep calls you to suggest something, they really don't have your best interest in mind. You really have different goals. Also, things to avoid. Performance Max can work for local businesses running Google, but you really want to keep an eye on it to make sure it's bringing in good quality traffic, and it can track how many people clicked on your ad and then came to your store, which can be very useful, but you want to make sure it's still bringing in quality traffic to your website, and you can do that by connecting it to Google Analytics. We'll cover that in the next slide. Or if you're getting phone calls, they're good phone calls. They're not people looking for a job or trying to reach a different company or spam calls. Or if they are able to book an appointment, make sure they're legitimate appointments and they show up. They're not fake or spam. Performance Max can work well for local businesses. You just really have to watch it and make sure that it's bringing in quality. Same thing with Demand Gen. It's similar. These are ad formats that just show everywhere all at once. So rather than a Google search campaign that shows on google.com, Performance Max or Demand Gen, they can show on YouTube, they can show as banner ads, they can show in Gmail or Discovery feed, which is on phones. When you scroll through, it has news and updates catered just to you. So it can be a good option, but you want to watch the traffic. It's not necessarily perfect, and sometimes it could bring in spam. Display ads, I put to avoid them, but you could have a larger budget and maybe you just want to blast it out everywhere, like a restaurant or an arcade or a cafe, something that's local, or a local event maybe. You could put just banner ads on local news websites or entertainment websites or kind of food blogs and popular things like that, just to get the word out. I mean, it's just blasting it everywhere, so you're not necessarily like an auto dealership or a repair or something like that might not be the best fit. It's kind of branding. Maybe you could run a small budget for that, or other local businesses and services. It could be a good option, but it's mostly for volume and branding and things like that. I mean, you can do remarketing if you're not a sensitive subject like medical, but typically Google search is your best bet, and then you could expand your budget from there. If you have more budget, even do YouTube ads, for example. You get kind of a local commercial in that sense, and that can be good for physical locations you want people to come to. But again, just trying to keep this basic. Google search is typically the best. You can expand from there if you have more budget. So I also mentioned tracking. You want to make sure you track everything on there. So if you have a contact form, book an appointment, consultation, demo, free sample, your first session is free, whatever it is, make sure you're tracking all that and connecting it to the ads. Have call tracking on there. Google has a basic one that's free. We recommend doing something like call tracking metrics, or a more advanced one that it's third-party software you connect to Google, so you can see it records all the calls, you can rate them, you can block spam, you can make sure Google doesn't count it unless it's 1 minute long or 5 minute long. It has a lot more options and expansion than the basics built into Google. Make sure you're tracking all your search terms, blocking keywords. Google Analytics is a little more complicated, but we do recommend connecting it because it has a feature for how much time people spent on the site. So if you're maybe a physical location and people don't always click an ad and come in immediately, you can at least see, are they spending a good amount of time on the website? Are they going to multiple pages? Did they look at my products, services, prices, coupons, about us? It tracks everything they do on the site, so that can be very beneficial. Also, if you're the type of business that has a CRM, you want to integrate with that to make sure, how many people came in for a free session and then came back, and then how many people did a free consultation and later booked a consultation, or how many people signed up for the loyalty program, or downloaded the app and then became a regular customer. There's so many things you can track. It doesn't always work for every local business running Google Ads, but if you do have that type of system where you track your customers, you can integrate that with Google, especially with restaurants. If you do online orders, this is critical, or any type of medical or service or consultation, things like that. You can see lifetime value. Just gives you a lot of really great options, and this can work well for Google Ads for local businesses too. So if you found this video useful, go ahead and like and subscribe. Any questions, post in the comments below, or if you want a free consultation, we'd be happy to look at your current Google Ads, do a free audit, or give you a consultation for your local business. Just click on the description link below, and thanks for watching.